got KG coming to you live uh, on YouTube and also right here, Anchor FM. Uh, just gonna talk a little All Star Weekend, uh, All Star memories, just things like that while I played 2K on YouTube. So sit back, relax, and just enjoy yourself because now I'm gonna put it down the only way I know how when it comes to basketball, All Star Weekend, anything of that sort. Okay. Now, this weekend coming, of course, if you living under a rock, as I always say, this is All Star Weekend in the NBA, and you got the 3-point shootout, skills competition, dunk contest, all Saturday. The game is Sunday. Uh, if you listen to the last DC Sports Rundown and also the show before that, we talked about the All Star teams and the snubs and everything. They've since picked who's playing where. So I'm just gonna say this. I think it's gonna be an exciting All Star game. I think the weekend is gonna be good. We're not getting Damian Lillard. He has to sit out because of a growing issue, and he has to have an MRI. So that's nothing to play with. I will say that. But the dunk contest. Let's start there. Uh, I was hoping that Vince Carter, seeing as though this is his last season, he would come out one more time and put on a show like he did in the 2000 dunk contest. And it's not going to happen. Zach Levine, he's not, he said if he wasn't picked for the All Star team, he wasn't going to participate in the dunk contest. So that's a shame. I will say that because I expected to see him and Aaron Gordon go at it again, which would have been great. Uh, but they've been showing clips of the battles between Dominique and Jordan the last time the All Star game was in Chicago. And that right there lived up to the hype because you had two of the best dunkers at the time going head to head in the dunk competition that has been waited on since what, 84, I believe. So you got everything that lived up to be. Then you got to think about it. The dunk contest has been kind of sort of stale these, I'll say last couple of years. Now Levine and uh and Gordon, they kind of brought some luster back. I had to take and send out the links to the live YouTube part of said show. But Levine and Gordon brought back some sort of luster. And if you follow the Sideline Junkies on social media, put out a poll and ask the question about dunkers, greatest in-game dunkers. But I mean, we already know Vince Carter is the greatest slam dunk champion because he puts you on your feet. He got asses out of the seat and got people up with that 2000 dunk contest, which was a great dunk contest. Him, T Mac, uh, Steve Francis, those guys put on a show that night. But we asked the question about in-game dunkers since we're talking dunk contests. And in my opinion, some don't agree with it. Some all say, Vince Carter all the way around in-game dunker, uh, 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 dunk contest dunker. They say it's Vince Carter. I say in-game, I'll give dunk contest to Vince Carter, but I'm giving uh, in-game dunker, that's going to Sean Kemp. Because one thing you're not going to tell me is that Sean Kemp did not have some of the most devastating dunks in a game. And I can name two off the top of my head right now without looking anything up. The Alton Lister dunk, where he dunked on, he cocked it back, he cuffed it, cocked it back, dunked on Alton Lister, and gave him the two guns. That's one. Coming down the lane, 6'10", and pulling up on, he dribbled down the court, and he took out Brian Williams. For those of y'all that's not old enough, Bison Dele, when he was playing with the Nuggets, he took him out with a vicious dunk and put him down. You know, so I'm gonna give that to Sean Kemp, but most people don't agree. And the only way the game the dunk contest is ever gonna get back to what it used to be, you got to take those that are in the vein of Vince Carter, Sean Kemp, uh, Aaron Gordon, Zach LaVine. You got guys in the game that can dunk. Now, Ja Morant can fly. I think he should have got an invitation. Vince Carter at 40,000 years old could still fly. I think LeBron should have thrown his hat in the ring because he promised us a few years ago that he threw his hat in the ring for the next year, and he didn't even show. He didn't even come out. And I was like, yeah, that'd have been great. But we don't get the stars anymore. We don't get the top tier stars. We get tier 3, tier 2 stars. So I mean, that's just my thoughts on it, my thinking. As I'm sitting here in Lakers practice for my player, the one, the only, big guy KG. But that's just my thinking. I want to see the guys that uh, can really show off and dunk. Go for it. They those are the ones you bring out. In the 80s you had the Dominiques, the Jordans, the Larry Nances. You had Spud Webb, you know, and Spud Webb won a dunk contest. But you don't have that anymore. You don't have that star power, shall I say. Dwight Howard being in it this year, it's kind of a cheat, I'll say, because Dwight Howard's damn near 7 feet tall. It didn't impress me. And then when he put on the Superman cape the first time and he jumped and he dunked, it wasn't really a dunk. Let's put it there. He threw the ball in the hoop. That wasn't a dunk. It's a couple of Blake Griffin dunks, the same thing. He threw the ball in the hoop. I don't want to hear that's a dunk. That's not the definition of a dunk. Okay? So, Dwight Howard showing back up. I would love to see, since Dwight Howard showed up as a gimmick. I mean, it may not be much, but Nate Robinson, because those two had a pretty good, that was another good duel. Nate Robinson and Dwight Howard. That was pretty good. I would love to see Nate show up, but I really want to see. I want to see Vince. I am not gonna lie. I want to see Vince this weekend because I don't feel that he's getting the send off that he should be getting And I think, you know, him at All-Star Weekend, even though he's not an All-Star, he's not playing All-Star level right now, but he should be getting that send-off for what he's done in this game. He is going to be a Hall of Famer. Maybe not first ballot, but Vince Carter will be a Hall of Famer. I mean, how many other players have played in 4 different decades? He's the first to do it. So, but I would love to see him show up for the dunk contest. Um, I missed that. Oh no, I got it, but I was outside of location. But it's a lot to be desired, left to be desired for All Star Weekend Slam Dunk Contest per se. So I'll say that. Um, uh, what else? Uh, 3-point shootout. Damian Lillard was supposed to be in that. He had to pull out. I think Bradley Beals, and I can't remember everybody that's in it. Uh, that can be pretty daggone exciting, especially when you get a guy that's um he's on fire to the point where he's hitting everything. He had rack number 3, and he done had a lot of misses, and all of a sudden he goes on a run. Missed that. He goes on a run and hits all of rack 4 and all of rack 5 to come from behind. That's when you know it's exciting. And I think me and BJ or me and Delonte talked about it a couple weeks ago. Said it'd be great if you got a legend out there, a Larry Bird, a Craig Hodges, a Reggie Miller, and they came out and okay, even a Ray Allen, they came out and you think you won it. Oh no, no, no. You gotta beat such and such NBA legend before you can win it. And I think that would be pretty exciting. I mean, that's just my thoughts to jazz up the 3-point contest a little bit. Cause like it was once done. You had Larry Bird. You would have Craig Hodges, who was a sharpshooter. Uh, Mark Price, Craig Elo. I mean, you've had guys were 3-point specialists in a 3-point shootout, but it's not like that anymore. It's really, I mean, 9 times out of 10, in one year it was Damon Jones, Jason Capono, uh, who else? Well, it was somebody else. It was a couple of people that unless you really paid attention to basketball, you didn't know who the hell these guys were. But I don't understand the selection process. I mean, guys may be like, nah, I'm not going to participate because, All Star Weekend, that's the time you get a couple of days off to go be with family, to visit friends and things like that. So I understand that. And then you got the skills competition, which is pretty good. It was the year that Derrick Rose won. Of course, that's one of my favorite years. And he went out that thing and tore it up. But once again, I bring a legend into that too. I'd bring somebody like John Stockton. Uh, Give me Magic. I bring some of the best point guards and ball handling 2 guards the game has ever seen. That's able to come out and rock it. And you think you're doing something, and all of a sudden this legend comes through that's been retired for 15 years, and he just showed you up, youngster. That's just my skill. I mean, not my skill, but my thoughts on a few things. But it's All Star Weekend. Uh, it's a beautiful thing to mess around with, and you get to see a lot of legends. You get to see Dr. J. You get to see. I mean, we always see Shaquille O'Neal. Never get tired of seeing Shaq. but you get to see a lot of older players that aren't playing anymore that you really enjoy watching. You get to see all those guys. So, not only that, what was it? It was the one where they used to have a current NBA player. Like they would have, let's say, Washington. You would have the star of the team here in Washington, which is Bradley Beal. You would have uh, the star of the NBA team, Alain Deladon. Uh, then you would have an NBA legend for said team, which would be NBA legend. I guess they would pull out Gilbert Arenas for the Wizards because they're not gonna go far back with the Bullets and try to pull anybody out. So they would pull out Gilbert Arenas. And then they would have the four spots. You had the spot to the right of the basket that was close, a spot in 3-point land, a mid-range spot, and then they all meet up at half court. And you got the time limit to try to knock all four shots down. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up after this show is done. But that right there needs to make a comeback. That was exciting to watch, especially when you had the Lakers, you had Magic, you had I think Dirk Fisher was there one year, or Lisa Leslie, things like that. That was good to watch. It was fun, but also it brought appeal to the WNBA game. So that's just a thought, and I'm a fan of the All Star game. I really am. But I just want to see it go back to what it used to be, where it was the biggest ticket in town. Uh, on the YouTube side, I'm getting ready to start this game against the Nuggets, and I'm gonna take a break on the podcast side, come back, and then I'm just gonna talk All-Star game memories and All-Star weekend memories, and just chop it up and give my feelings. So, podcast land, be right back. YouTube lane, don't go nowhere. I'm still here. And just like that, I am back. Uh, hold on, I gotta get rid of this ball. There we go. Now, play next game. Are we in Denver? Yeah, we home. So if we home, let's keep it with the Lakers yellow. There we go. So, All-Star memories, All-Star weekend memories. My best memory has to be 2001 when the All-Star game came to DC, then known as the MCI Center, which has been changed to the Verizon Center now, Capital One. Um, I'm like, it was just so good because that weekend it started Friday, and that's another thing. You got the rookie versus sophomore game. You don't have that anymore. Um, it's USA versus the world. But you had that, and then you had NBA Jam session before that. So over at which used to with the old convention center. If you're from the DMV, the old convention center. You had jam session. You had places saying set up. I got a lot of cards. It was a kids that came through and knocked this guy's cards over on his table, and he told me and BJ if we helped him straighten them up, we could have anything we wanted for free. So we helped him organize. We went through the cards and got a lot of good cards. Uh, it's it was great. You seen they had this video game spot set up where They were playing 2K. This was on Dreamcast though. So that tells you how long ago they were playing 2K on Dreamcast. And I mean, guys were posted up on a wall like you could not get on that game at all because people were posted up on the wall waiting, or if they weren't waiting, guys wouldn't give up the controller type thing. Uh, it was awesome. It was just awesome the whole weekend, and then to go home and watch, the 3-point shootout, the dunk contest in 2001, um, the everything that happened that weekend, to know that's happening in my city. Like it was something to thump your chest at, you know, and just to know that it was happening here. I would love for it to come back again because it truly uh, revitalized the city, and it brought a lot of business and a lot of commerce to the city. Right there. Come on, eh? Up, he got ripped. As you can see, I'm the starting point guard for the Lakers, and we are doing pretty well. I can't remember what our record is right now, but we are doing pretty good. Um, just I'm coming into my own as a point guard, so let's just say that. But when you playing with LeBron and AD, it's not much wrong that you can do. Buckets. Oh, come on, LBJ. Uh-oh. That was my fault. I didn't get back on defense. Jeez. Okay. Uh, Now, as far as All-Star games that I've seen, oh, he plucked away again. This is gonna be a rough one, y'all. I can tell you that. We already down 7-0. But as far as All-Star games that I watched, some of my favorite All-Star games were, of course, '92. Watching Magic come back and win MVP and got one. Watching Magic come back, win MVP, and just dominate. He had a pretty good game. The three threes back to back. Just to see Magic smile. That was a rough year. If you're too young to remember, November 7th, 1991, Magic Johnson announced his retirement. Uh-oh. Get in there. He announced his retirement due to HIV. He didn't want to, but he got a lot of uh, pushback from other players. Some who have since came out and retired. One was Karl Malone. And Karl Malone has said, I think it was the ESPN 30 for 30. Karl Malone was like, yeah, I said it, but he was like, we were so ignorant to the disease, we didn't know. So, and I respect Karl Malone for saying that. But Magic still being voted into the All-Star game was just absolute beast, you know. Then he came out there and he balled out. That's one of my favorites of '96. I believe that was it Phoenix or San Antonio? It was somewhere in the desert. It was in one of the deserts. Uh-oh, come on, go past him. Uh, uh. Come on, Avery, do something. Knockdown. Come on, LBJ. But just the simple fact that 96. That's what I was talking about. I lost my train of thought there for a second. But 96 was great. Jordan, first full year back, he unveiled the all white Jordans that everybody had to go out and cop after that game because they were released like I think the following Saturday. So that was good. But Jordan just he got his man. Uh, Shaq was still in the East then. Let me see. That was 95, 96. Yeah, that was before Shaq went over to. Uh, that's before Shaq went to Orlando. If I'm not mistaken, that was. Hold on. But Shaq was in the East then. That's before he went to Orlando. He went to Orlando the following summer because because the Bulls actually went and beat Orlando in the playoffs with Shaq, and Shaq wound up leaving and taking that deal because that season Magic Johnson came back again. What was it, 30 games? He came back for 30 games, and everybody was like, "Oh, Magic didn't gain weight. He slow and but Magic, he gained the weight because he was like, I got to take the rigors of it, and he could still play, he could still ball, but he wanted to leave on his own terms." And a little bit of Laker facts and history off of that is if Magic would have came back the following season, uh, I guess you could say Showtime and the Lake Show would have had a bridge. That would have been the bridge to it because Shaq was. I'll call Shaq Kobe. That's Lake Show, but Magic was Showtime, and you would have had Shaq, Kobe, Magic, Eddie Jones, Nick Van Exel, um, Jerome Kersey. Who else was on that team? I think they still had Eldon Campbell. Big Easy was down there. Uh, they would have had a vicious team, but it would have bridged the gap, and I think they would have went pretty daggone far. Magic's minutes would have been reduced, kind of, sort of, because a point guard like Nick Van Exel, you know, geez, him and Magic together, oh my goodness, that would have been, instead of Lake Show, that would have been Showtime 2.0. I'm just saying. Uh, another favorite, um, another favorite All Star game was 2003. And 2003 was pretty good because that was Jordan's last, and he had everything set up. And I was telling BJ the other day, I said everything was set up for like the movie ending, hard fought game, and then MJ goes down. He hits the fadeaway in the corner over the Matrix. Sean Murray buries it. They go down court, and Jermaine O'Neal fouls Kobe. Jermaine O'Neal committed a foul. Sent the game into overtime. East didn't have no more gas after that. West wound up winning. Even everybody from the West bench looked at Jermaine O'Neal, was like, "What are you doing? What are you doing?" I don't know. I think Jermaine O'Neal probably had to feel like he was about 3 inches tall. Then, damn it, I passed it. But it's just, yeah. Give me the pick. Give it to LeBron. There it is. Good ball movement, guys. But it's just, it's one of those times where you just you wish it would have ended one way, but it just didn't. But it's still one of the best games. Just that, that was one of the times they actually had everybody mic'd up and things like that. See Jason Kidd out there, another underrated point guard of all time who should be a Hall of Famer. If I'm not mistaken, he's been retired long enough to be a Hall of Famer, but I don't know what's going on with that. Um, Last but not least, let me see. The last recent years have been good, but I just haven't really been impressed because it just seems like everything is more more geared to the fact of we're not going to play too much defense, but they'll play defense uh, when the fourth quarter hits, which is cool. But I want to see a little bit more defense played. Bragging rights. And but the All Star game is just it's good. I'm cherry picking right now. I'm not even gonna lie to you. If you watch it on YouTube, I am cherry picking my behind off. Right there. You better make the. Oh my God. Oh hell. He stole it right from me. Took it right from my hands. But I think that's about it. Dunk contest, of course. 2000 was a great one. 88. I'm old enough to remember Dominique and Jordan. I'm old enough to remember Spud Webb. I'm old enough to remember those things. And that'll be a lay-in. I'm not passing the ball at all. We need to win this game. Um, I remember 96, 96, 97. Oh, he lost me with that. The year that Kobe won, I remember that. That was a good dunk contest. Speaking of Sean Kemp, he was in the dunk contest. It was just this move that he pulled, and and he jumped. And matter of fact, go to the Sideline Junkies page, Instagram page, and it's maybe the first, second, third down, and that dunk right there was one of the prettiest dunks I've ever seen in a dunk competition. And I think he got like a 42 on that, and he jumped from the free throw line or a little bit behind it, and he just it was, to describe it, it was graceful. It was, dare I say it, poetic. And I mean, wow. He it's hard to describe. I'll have to, it's one of them things you got to see. But search Sean Kemp's slam dunk contest dunk, and to watch it in slow motion, it gives you so much more appreciation for it. But those are some of the ones that I really dig. But I hope this weekend is just, I mean, anything with Giannis. I mean, he's one of my favorite players. I'm thinking that, to be honest, I think Giannis has to be my favorite player in the league right now. I mean, outside of Derrick Rose, but I think Giannis is my favorite. I don't know. I really, really, really like him. I think he's something special. Same thing about Luka, a few other players, but I think number one overall for me is Giannis. Okay. Speaking of rankings of players, we got a Kyle Kuzma sighting. Still misses though. But speaking of rankings, go over to the Sideline Junkies Instagram page, and we have a ranking for our three tiers of NBA greats. We did tier three about 2 weeks ago. We took some time off because a lot of things going on. We had our own personal issues. Business wise, we were all reeling from the tragedy with Kobe Bryant. So we kind of backed off a lot of things NBA related because it hurt so bad. But we're trying to get back to business as usual. Good block. Get back to business as usual because we started, thinking about it. And I said it the last time I went live, did a live stream with NBA 2K. We down here mourning, and Kobe probably looking down like, y'all soft. Get back to work. Soft. So it's time to stop being soft, and you know, we want to get out there and we want to do our thing. Consistency, uh, bring the heat And we did that last podcast. If you didn't hear it, our 2 year anniversary, which was a couple of years ago. A couple days ago, February 10th, and we hit a hot button topic. The whole Gayle King thing, where she really tried to grill Lisa Leslie about an alleged sexual assault that supposedly took place. The case was dropped. The things didn't proceed to a criminal level where Kobe was charged, but she seemed to press about it, and everybody didn't like it. And Snoop came out and said how he felt. Now he's apologized since, because he said he talked to his mom knockdown, and he apologized. Granted, understand that. If that's the way he feels, it's the way he feels. I don't feel that he was wrong, because what she said was wrong. Give this family time to mourn. And we're not even talking about fans. Give the family time to mourn. But that's another subject for another time. But be sure to go over to Sideline Junkies Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Uh, let your voice be heard on the last post, with Tier 2 being released earlier today. Tier 3, once I'm done this live stream and this podcast, Tier 3 will be released. I'm sorry, Tier 1. Tier 3 has already been released. Tier 1, which is the top tier, top 10 players of all time, will be released tonight. So get on that. Let your voice be heard. Agree, disagree. Let it be known. We enjoy your feedback. Anything you have to say. So just like we come and we put in our time and we get our opinions across, we got no problem you calling in and texting, emailing sidelinejunkies247 at gmail.com. We have no problem with you doing any of those things. And when I say call in, yeah, we got a phone number you can call. 240-532-5477. And let the Sideline Junkies know. Just leave a message. Let us know your opinion so we can get it out on the next show and get you in there. All right? So for the podcast side, that's it. I'm done. Just a little something slight. All-Star Weekend, just some thoughts. Just wanted to put something together. Nothing major. But be on the lookout. Saturday, myself and the People's Choice Don Rodriguez got something special for everyone. We will be streaming live as usual on Saturdays. We will do a simulcast and we will be doing podcasts. But the game is the Division 2, so be ready for that. And we got something special coming your way, so stay tuned for that. YouTube land, I don't go nowhere, stay there. Podcast land, I am the big guy KG. That's all my time. On the podcast side, I'm gonna finish this game on 2K while I stream it and just throw some stuff out, so jump on over to YouTube. But that's it. Y'all have a good night. Enjoy the rest of your Thursday and enjoy your weekend as well as your Friday. Now, podcast land is done. Time to get into this game and get this work done here in the Staples Center. So, I'm getting ready to come off this daggone bench. But, basketball wise, we backed off a lot of stuff over the last 2 weeks, and it was kind of one of them things where it just really hurt. So we had to get it together, and we did. So looking at this now, and let me simulate to my next appearance. it's kind of funny that it's All-Star Weekend. I'm expecting next weekend to be All-Star Weekend. I'm not even thinking about it this weekend, but it was, and I'm like, oh man, okay, you know, but it kind of snuck up on me. And I know Saturday, 8 o'clock. That's when everything starts. And I'm really ready for this dunk contest. I'm ready for the 3-point shootout. Like I said before, I would love to see Larry Bird show up and just show these youngsters how to shoot. Ray Allen would be too easy. That wouldn't even be a competition. And anybody thinking Ray Allen is the greatest shooter of all time, no. Larry Bird is the greatest shooter of all time. Not Steph Curry. It's Larry Bird. Okay? Larry Legend. Larry Bird. So just my thoughts on that dunk contest. I really did want to see. I wanted to see Vince get a shot. I did. I mean, I'm not even gonna lie. I wanted to see Vince just come back, because think about it. He never defended his title. He got that one slam dunk championship and never defended the title. Never. And I'm like, okay, this has to happen. And I would love to see, Aaron Gordon. Oh shoot, I was supposed to catch him off the switch. I would love to see Aaron Gordon. And Vince can still get up, so don't think that Vince can't get up. But I would love to see Aaron Gordon, Vince, and Aaron Gordon, Vince, uh, Dwight Howard. I'd love to see all those guys go for it, and put on a show. It'll be something good to see. Get over in this open corner. Up. You thought I was gonna take that three, didn't you? Up. Shoot it. I let him have it. I was trying to take the charge there. I'm not focused. I'm playing like trash. So let me concentrate here. But this current All-Star game format that they have with you pick your team captains, and they just pick out of the pool. I don't like it. I like East versus West. He sent it again. I like East versus West. Dag on it. That should have been good. But I like East versus West. I like, your East All-Stars versus your West All-Stars. White and blue, red and blue, whatever. Red and white, whatever combination. But I understand times change. You gotta, excuse me. You gotta evolve with the times. I get that. I get all of that. But it's just, I don't know. Just I miss East versus West, because it's not what I'm accustomed to. But I mean, it comes change. So that's that. And speaking of All Stars, I got 700,000 All Star votes. I just wonder, will I make the All Star team as a rookie? I don't think. I'm trying to remember on any 2K. I think I did the last uh stream when I did 2K, and I was talking about. I don't think I've ever made the All Star team as a rookie. Uh, Knockdown. Left me wide open. I don't think I've ever made the All-Star team as a rookie. And to make the All-Star team as a rookie is a beautiful thing. That's why I thought that Ja Morant should have made it in the NBA. Let's go. I thought he was gonna cut to the lane. I missed that halfway down, but I shot it because I was open. But eh, I knew when I let it go that I missed it. I'm not a three-point shooter. I'm a creator. I'm a slasher. I made my play in the vein of Derrick Rose. I just gotta oh, that's my fault. He got me with the head fake. But I don't even. Oh, making an All-Star team on 2K. If it happens, it happens. I want a championship. I've never won a championship my rookie year, and I really want to put it up. And I think this is my best chance. Getting drafted by the Lakers was my best chance of winning a championship. I mean, odds on in favorite because of LeBron and AD. Really, really good thing put together. Oh, hell. Wide open. Oh, man. Who can I go to? Oh, let's go to LeBron. Let's go to the old number one. Go to LeBron again. Let him go. Go to work. Knockdown. But it's cool. It's all good. I'm just I'm to the point now. Uh-oh. Come on. Let me go ahead and end this stream. I thank y'all for tuning in. Don't forget to click like and subscribe so you can get all the updates. This right here is not a uh, normal pace. It's normally a little bit more than that, but just tune back in on Saturday and you'll see us, the WrestleManiacs, roll through the city of DC, the District of Columbia, and watch us save the world. All right. So until then, I'm the big guy KG, and I'm out of here.